What's going on, sports fans? No, I'm just kidding. It's Kyle Pursley here again with some cool updates. Meaning it's been so long since I've posted here on YouTube, and I felt like you all deserved some type of update on what's been happening in the past, I want to say 4 or 6 months. And the reality is, too, I needed to take some time off to focus on building the companies that we have. We have three things that we're working on. So the first thing is Annuities on Autopilot. The second thing is Scale, where we use, virtual assistants, AI, artificial intelligence, and systems and processes like tech and automations, workflows, and things of that nature to help high-ticket coaches, marketing agencies to automate their 90% of their business. And through this process as well, and the third thing is I also coach agencies and with Douglas James as well. So there's been a lot of cool things that have happened the past 6 months, but also a lot of hardship and challenges that we have gone through, and we've learned a lot of cool things, and I'm excited to share them with you all. So I don't know if this video will be long enough for me to go through absolutely everything, but I'm going to consolidate each and every one of those things. Just to kind of give you all some updates in this process. So I'm going to start with, what should we start with? So let's start with the Douglas James community, all right, and AI and all that stuff. So about a year ago, no one was using artificial intelligence whatsoever, and we were having to do a lot of manual work in this process, right? And next thing you know, ChatGPT comes out, and then a whole bunch of other AI software systems and processes come about. And this is prior to us actually installing AI into our businesses, and it's actually new to everyone. And so through this process, ChatGPT comes to life, and a lot of things happen during this process. So through the past 6 months, give or take, we've been able to adopt artificial intelligence into our online businesses as well, from creating and productizing our services to our sales processes, getting rid of like 80% of our sales teams, which I'll go into with Annuities on Autopilot here in a second, because there was some crap that happened, and I cannot wait to share with you guys because there's a lot of stuff that happened there. But at the same time, so AI's happened. We're starting to implement it at Annuities and Autopilot, and we're also coaching people in this process too, because we've actually perfected it at lightning speed, and we're still just it's like we're just understanding AI at a high level, and we're not even like, there's just so much more that we're still learning, and I'm excited to be able to share that with you guys in our private communities. And so let's start now with going into the finishing off the coaching side of things. So updates with coaching, lots of students are getting amazing results. We're able to provide lots of cool insights, and things that I'm seeing along the way is that people are just struggling from being an employee becoming a business owner, then trying to adjust their mindset to not just that, but also being a family oriented person, or just trying to be their best selves. And so I'll go into in a later video of like what it looks like to be an actual entrepreneur while being a dad and coaching, and what all that stuff looks like later on. But I felt like, again, you all deserve some of these updates. So with Annuities and Autopilot, coaching's going good. We're getting student results and all this jazz. While this is happening, we learned a lot about the financial advisor and life insurance broker marketing space. And that's in that time frame, we found out what works, we found out what doesn't work. So we've been working on this agency for the past 3 years, give or take. We found out a lot of marketing agencies haven't really been too transparent along the way of just selling. It's kind of what I'm seeing, that they're kind of afraid to show prospects like their product, which is the weirdest thing. But I also understand with intellectual property and lots of other things that are outside of that. So that's besides the point. Now, what happened with my own business is that, believe it or not, we took a hit. We actually took a $20,000 hit. We average roughly, about, $30,000 to, I would say, $20,000 a month in our agency currently. And during that time of us actually growing, so we actually hit like above $50,000 a month during this time. But we had an unforeseeable thing happen with one of our team members. I'm not going to do any names or anything like that, but basically at the end of the day, we were signing on clients and our account managers were simply not doing their job, keeping clients in the dark, and therefore people are getting skeptical and thinking that we weren't taking care of them, which was not the case whatsoever. Why do I share this with you guys? Why is this important? Because when you are building an agency, you have people you are working with, and people are fickle. People will do different things and say that they're doing one thing and they're not doing the other. And so here's what we did to fix that problem with our account management problem, this $20,000 problem that we fixed. So we got a new account manager. Believe it or not, they are fantastic. So we also implemented a checklist, a simple checklist that clients can see, that's client facing, so that way they can see where they're currently at in the process. And also so we have virtual assistants as well that help out with account managing, and they also walk the clients through each part of the process. And if we don't get an asset from them, it could void a guarantee that we provide, or at least if they don't go through the checklist, if they miss something in the checklist, we can easily reference it back to that process and be sure we get them on track. The cool part is it keeps everyone in the loop from just that one piece of document, and also doing daily check-ins, or at least daily messages saying, hey, we're here if you need anything. We'll be around. In the meantime, we're going to focus on doing the thing at hand, right? And so after that, that fixed, we had a 5-person sales team, and it really messed with the team. And we ended up, performance ended up dropping, and we had to pretty much get rid of everyone. And then we ended up bringing on an additional setter, an additional closer. So we ended up getting rid of 80% of our sales team. This also forced us to look to AI. This part is where we've been able to get people into our private community, and we get them into our webinar, and we sell them a do-it-yourself type of program where they can get annuity leads, by themselves without having to hire an agency, but we coach them through it. And then if they want us to work with them at a higher level, this does a couple of things for us. One, with performance from our sales team, we ended up getting some clients that were not necessarily the best to work with. And that also put us in a hard position. So then, thanks to this new system that we've put in play, we also get to have some type of working history with people that we either want to work with or we don't want to work with. So now we're able to pick and choose who we want to work with during this process of while they're in this do-it-yourself or done before they go into like the done-for-you, more high-ticketed type of things. And so this helped us get, just through this one process alone, it helped us self-liquidate ad spend, make a profit on the front end while getting reoccurring revenue to pay for software, team members, and things in that nature. Then 30 days later, we're able to help them out at a higher level because there's some type of working history there. So whether it's we want to book more appointments for them, manage their ads for them, whatever that could be, they already know who they're dealing with. They already know who they get to talk to on a daily basis. So therefore, they're able to have the top-notch support that all these high-ticketed agencies don't necessarily provide all the time, while at the same time building a lot of trust through community and lower ticketed programs first, which is the way it should be done, in my opinion. I don't know why it took us so long to do this, but this is kind of what's really, really cool, because like I was talking about, core values, non-negotiables, a company mission, you're actually able to share all of these cool things with people that are on that webinar that we talk about, or that we talk to them, since we have bi-weekly, not bi-weekly, but 2 live support calls a week with these people. We're constantly reminding them of what our mission is, why we do what we do, and how we over deliver on our service. And so anyways, we got rid of a lot of our sales team. The company took a hit, but we bounced back. It took us about 2 or 3 months to bounce back while setting appointments for our team, because we do have an internal call center. We also are generating leads, but we're also improving our audiences that we target, improving the lead quality in the process, thus helping people, especially in the financing area. They need to talk to people that actually have money. So there's a process to that too. And anyways, we've improved our product immensely from that process, and we've gotten a couple of good case studies as a result. So if you're an advisor or a life insurance broker and you're watching this video, feel free to look at Annuities on Autopilot free community on Facebook. You can always go to annuitiesonautopilot.com to check out our free training. If you go into our community though, you'll be able to see our free webinar that we talk about, where we can help you out potentially with getting leads and helping you get higher quality leads in this process. So, Annuities on Autopilot, big lesson. Didn't know how one thing could just trigger a whirlwind of craziness, and to see that we came out on top of it was amazing. I remember when hearing about all the things that happened, I was laying in my bed wondering if I wanted to quit. And my mentor, thanks to my mentor Douglas James, when you feel that way, typically it's the time where you need to keep going, because that's when you're going to hit a breakthrough, and we did hit a breakthrough. Cool. So yeah. So anyways, updates on the Annuities on Autopilot. Top 3 things. Account management process was broken, and we fixed it. It cost us a lot of money, but we learned and we fixed it. We got rid of 80% of our sales team, and are now able to automate 90% of our sales process through AI tech and a webinar process, which is amazing. So less people, less moving parts, simple scales, and clarity equals speed. So it definitely brought a lot of clarity internally and externally, and now we're able to scale efficiently. So you'll see probably here in the near future, so we'll probably scale up and hopefully get back to where we were. We want to get to $100,000 per month, but sometimes you want to scale back to have a good peace of mind, improve your product, and improve your systems and process. That way people on your team are taken care of, and you're taken care of, and your clients are taken care of. This is why we play our own game and don't get so tied up into other people's revenue and crap like that. The reality is you don't know what they're going through, and no matter how big that number is, it's a big accomplishment. It's always great. But if you're in it for the long game, you'll get there eventually. So anyways, that was deep real quick. So coaching's going great. Agency's going great. We're leveraging AI, system integration, and things in that nature now. The third thing that I'm working on is scale. So scale is where it's, like I said, it's virtual assistants, automation, and AI. We help coaches and agencies that are already existing basically fire themselves from serious tasks so they can work on their business instead of in their business. And so with that being said, we just came out with 3 or 4 new packages, I want to say, where we work with you at different levels. Whether we can help you install a certain system that you're lacking for, whether it's your client management system, your sales systems, and your marketing systems. We don't handle any fulfillment stuff just because we're not knowledgeable in all the niches that you can get into, but we're able to provide you frameworks that have been working in our own business. Take the thing I literally just talked to you about earlier about the whole account management process. You leverage our system and process, I'm going to save you $20,000, right? Anyways, so, and then all the way down to, like, if you are looking to, become more of a CEO of your business, we're also able to create you a whole playbook and plug you into your online business as well. So lots of cool things there. We found that we really didn't know what scale was because it was all about systems, client acquisition, assistants and team members, lifestyle and productivity, and then elevating yourself as an entrepreneur. That spells scale. But like actually doing it, we've taken on a few clients. We're getting a lot of great results, a lot of great feedback as well. And to where these entrepreneurs who were like freelancers in the beginning that just knew how to run a Facebook ad, for example, are actually starting to be able to create an actual business around it and fire themselves from a day-to-day process. And so again, this could easily get confused with like me being an agency coach, which I am with Douglas James, but I teach specific parts in there. And like the scale thing could easily be talked about as a coaching program. It's not a coaching program. There is coaching in it, but we implement systems and processes. So it's system integration is what it is at the end of the day. If you had to have any clarity, that way you're able to scale your business. I'm helping you guys scale your businesses, but while so that way you all can do whatever you want in your life outside of business at the end of the day. So we've solidified scale. We're getting a few testimonials. We're building that up pretty quickly as well. And the final update, I would say, as far as business goes, is I finally had the opportunity to speak at Douglas James's penthouse on AI and how we've been able to put that into our agency. So I have 3 talks. I'm going to go into how to productize your service using AI. I'm going to go into the webinar high ticket sales process so that way, when people come into your business, you're going to have AI qualifying your leads for you and getting them onto your book to calendar, which is really, really cool at the same time. And also automating the intro call process as well, to where you're able to qualify people. You already have some type of working relationship with these people. It makes it effortless to close deals is all I'm getting at. And so the last part of it, the last and final talk, will be more about how to scale your team virtually using, again, AI, virtual assistants, and tech. And obviously that kind of segues into scale, right? So overall, lots of cool updates. We lost a lot of people, we gained a lot of people, but we also learned a lot of things, lost a lot of money, and also made a lot of money the past 6 months or so. And that's the truth, guys. Like, definitely dealing with people will throw off your trajectories sometimes, but if you have strong core values, strong non-negotiables, and if you lean on your daily, weekly, monthly tasks, like I talk about when you talk about with as far as like the video goes on how to build momentum for long periods of time, you have to play the long game. And with having daily, weekly, monthly tasks, you can lean on your what's the word I'm looking for? I'm sorry, guys, I can't find the word I'm looking for. Oh my gosh. Routine. Your routine. If you can rely on your routine and it's a good routine, you're going to come out of it on the other side. No matter how dark it is, you guys will get through it. But those are my updates from the past 6 months, give or take. Students are getting a lot more results, and our agency is better than ever. We went through a lot, but we also learned a lot at the other side. And at the same time, we found out what scale officially was. I introduced it to you all way back when. It's evolved since then. And now we're able to go around the country and talk about it. It's amazing. We've been able to automate 90% of our agency by leveraging AI in the process. And now we're finally getting national recognition from it. I forgot to mention this. We also got invited by Advisors Circle to go talk in Michigan in September to also talk about our system and process as well. So I feel like everything is coming full circle. You have to go through the valleys before you can see those peaks of those mountaintops. So you can't have a test without a testimonial. And I thank God for every bit of it every single day. And I hope you all appreciated these updates. You can definitely count on seeing more content in the future. And thank you all for staying loyal and just subscribing and simply listening and taking what I have to say seriously. And I look forward to your all success. Feel free to comment below what your main takeaways were. And if you have any content ideas that you would love for me to cover, I know I have a few ideas on the way, but at the end of the day, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you all next time. Thank you so much, and boom!